license plate on a white Compass. Jeep-ish looking thing. I guess it is a Jeep Compass. I had a therapist, sliding scale nonprofit who would say like some people have a better moral compass when they behave in life, and she was really talking about even higher up people. I don't really pay attention much to people who, are severe victims and wound up, in a different world altogether. But when you're working amongst professionals or people who pretend to be professional and this, that, and the other, and they may not have a moral compass. You could be working in a hospital, in an airport, and they may not have a moral compass, and they could go all out to make it look like they have a moral compass. And that moral compass is lacking when they've actually behaved in ways that are a major and severe and illegal attempt, illegal that is, to push someone aside, get them, sort of scoot them off on the side, make them look bad, so that someone thinks, oh, why don't they want to hang out with us? When really you were pushed away and had like a million attempts of takedown by inserting people into that person's life. Let's see if we can make her pregnant, because pregnancy is, if you don't have enough money and you're not prepared, it is part of a takedown program. If it's not more planned, if you will. Let's see if we can get her hurt doing this. Let's see if we can get her hurt doing that. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can talk crazy. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, I know, we'll sick the horn dogs on her, invite her to a party. And she's only 17 years old. So anyway, when talking about this moral compass, I was reminded of the first week when my world was turned upside down, which was yet another attempt to take me down. And it's so major, it's bigger than this city, it's bigger than the United States of America, it's as big as the world. This is a crime of the century. It's the trial of the century for the world. So, anyway, this was so bad. Most people, if they don't have the proper brain and or invisible assistance, if you will, would totally go completely berserk. And it made me realize, like today I was thinking about something and I was like, oh yeah, there's Scot's law and about mobbing. It's associated with the idea of mobbing. And there's a guy named Heinz Leymann from Sweden. He's passed away now. And during my first week of everything, this whole upheaval, and I was like, oh my God, this is totally crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. There's a whole bunch of people parading around. And it's more than just people parading around in front of your apartment and actually tapping your window and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, leaving stuff in front of it. It goes higher than that. It goes up into special messaging. Oh look, it's state and liberty. Do you believe in liberty? Because they can take it away right quick, invisibly. So, Heinz Leymann, he's passed away, dedicated to the research of Heinz Leymann, professor of psychology. But when I looked up stuff about stalking, group stalking, and similar, mobbing came up as an issue. And, oh, it looks like the Brady Bunch. God. The Brady Bunch. So, mobbing came up, so I read that. And it talked about this, Heinz Leymann, Leymann, so there's an Ley and two N's, so already, that's actually a tip-off for people in the know. But either which way, he talked about mobbing, which led to Scot's law. And he actually researched crowds, group, hive mind mentalities, people who need to play games as part of a group because they don't really have an independent mind. So they have to be part of like a beehive. Oh, look at this Cheesecake Factory. It's easy to get these people to do things like completely unleash their idiocy, if you will, upon a person. Ooh, something's stirring up. Oh, they brought Sharon to this level. We're gonna burst out on the scene in 2011. In fact, even the weather was affected. So you wonder if God got involved. And that's why I'm still here, and you guys are still wondering why. Can you imagine that there might actually be a certain type of God, and he's actually on my side? Oh, look, it's St. Joseph's University ad. Just switched over to SEPTA. Yes, I rode SEPTA a lot back in the day. I don't now. It's a little much today. But mobbing is the illegal grouping of people to gang up on another. And also it ties into, or any large activity. They changed the definition a little bit for modern times, but it was on spot and perfect back when I looked it up. Scott's law and everything. But back in the day, I would learn that mobbing is directly connected to a felony charge of 2 or more people conspiring to diminish the life of another person. Flight Club. And if you're clubbing up or grouping up, or you think you're part of a special coterie, and you actually act in such a way that's hurting someone on purpose to see if she'll fall down into the impoverished, severely impoverished group, then that's 2 or more people conspire to diminish the quality of life of another person. If you create skits, if you orchestrate around a targeted individual. I became a major targeted individual, bigger than the world has ever seen, of a very special kind. Now, who are these people handled by? Who are they puppeted by? Because it came up like, it's like an apparatus and everyone's like a puppet. They're all part of the hive mind. We got to join in with this. We got to join in with that. We got to join in with this. We got to join in with that. We got to join. And it's funny because my mom and I would say we're not much of joiners. I've never been a joiner because we're independently minded. We stand on our own and we're strong. Capiche? Still the center. I was told to say that. There's too much Italian in the house somewhere. So we have Swedes, we have Italians, we have this, that, and the other, and I don't know who kicked off what. But I really didn't have a choice but to take the church view because there were too many people, it was too overwhelming. And it's like, where do you turn, where do you go? And every time I did try to turn to someone for advice, if you will. Oh, Chase Bank, why is that? We have one here, there's also one near my apartment because people were actually chasing me. It's like being chased by Satan and all these groups who actually stalk. At street level, it's not as big a deal, but when it starts to get involved higher level and even, you know, in blended families and stuff like that, then it's a problem. Oh, by the way, I used to take care of Chase Utley's dog, number 26 of the Philadelphia Phillies. Helped Phillies win the World Series. This is what I'm told to do.